One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory.
There may be only two groups in the United States that actually can understand each other. One, black young people. Two, the police. They literally are having and describing the same experience. The police say they feel vulnerable.
The police officers that I've talked to that protect and serve in this area who were on the scene last night, they were echoing from last night, we feel like we are at war. We feel like people want to kill us.
That's exactly what the kids in Black Lives Matter are saying, that they feel vulnerable.
Our people, police, who are supposed to serve and protect us, are the ones that are killing us off.
You look at what happened with Dylan Roof, who was a white racist and shot up all of those African American parishioners. Open season, it felt like, if you were African American, for white racists with guns to shoot up people. You look at what just happened in Dallas. African American filled with racial hatred goes and gets a gun, and he shoots up a bunch of police officers. They feel like it's open season. Well, hold on a second. If to both sides, it seems that the world is misunderstanding them, it's a good time to say, you know what, let me open my heart up a little bit and listen to the pain of the law enforcement community. Listen to their fear. Listen to their sense of being labeled and wronged and misunderstood. Or let me listen to those African American kids. They can't take off their badge, they can't take off their uniform, but they still feel like they've got a target on their back because of their skin color. Maybe that's a reason for them to actually have some common ground. We can actually, rather than turning on each other, turn to each other. Instead of coming apart, we can come together, because there's now enough pain in both communities that we should be able to understand each other.
The Garcia family has become a powerful symbol of who's really getting impacted by America's immigration policy. Jorge Garcia was brought here from Mexico at age 10. Wasn't his choice to come, but he spent 3 decades building his American dream, becoming a respected and hardworking taxpayer, loving husband, doting.
It was more that we were grieving. It was a death, and we knew the death was coming, but we couldn't show how we felt because we wanted to be strong. We wanted to be healthy, and when the day came, it was just devastating. We didn't want to let him go.
Right. So now we hear all the time about everyone's concerned about the young people.
Yeah.
So you guys are young people. There are millions of children in this country who live in fear every day that this is going to happen to them. How would you help? What would you say to them to give them some hope and to press on and not to stop and be freaking out?
Just to try to at least talk to your father or one of the person that got deported. Try to talk to them while you have them. Try to mainly focus of how healthy of being yourself and just trying to take care of yourself, knowing they're gone, but able to focus on school. Just go on even though they're gone,
Right.
even though you miss them, even though you might cry. There's people that are gonna be there to help you, to support you. You just have to let it out and just not hold it in.
Yeah. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel? How are you feeling?
Sad, angry.
You know, the thing that...
What was your initial response when you saw that Colin Kaepernick sat for the national anthem?
I'll be completely honest, my initial response was anger, you know?
I was angry and disappointed because I grew up a Niner fan and I was pulling for this guy. And now he just pissed on my flag.
But then I just stopped making all these judgments and tried to listen to what he's talking about.
Specifically, is police brutality.
And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I want to try to understand where he's coming from, at least somewhat, because I haven't walked around in his shoes, but he hasn't walked around in my boots. You know what I mean? So I just wrote a letter and he got a hold of it.
He contacted you?
Yeah, he contacted me. He said he was inspired by it and he was wanting to sit down with me, just have a discussion. First thing he said when we met was, hey, I just want you to know I appreciate your service more than anything.
I expressed to him, maybe there's a different way to demonstrate where you're showing
more respect for those that lay down their lives for what that flag and anthem stands for. I suggested, kneeling, because people kneel to pray. We'll kneel in front of a fallen brother's grave.
To show respect. He said, I think that would be really powerful.
Colin Kaepernick choosing not to sit on the bench this time, but to take a knee.
The fact that he was willing to listen and go to a knee versus sitting, I thought was huge. That's an important step that he's taken. I think other people need to take a step too and maybe listen to him.
Cops are getting paid leave for killing people and not being held accountable. That's not right.
I respect those men and women in uniform, but the ones that aren't doing it the right way, we need to correct it. We need to fix it. He's right about that.
People of color have been targeted by police.
It is an issue, and we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go.
I think as a service member, it's more upsetting for me to come back from fighting for my country overseas to see how divided we are and how angry we are at each other.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners say, get that son of a bitch off the field?
I'm more hurt by that than somebody sitting down during the anthem.
At this point, I'm just like, Mr. President, let's be presidential now and reach across to people that you don't agree with and you think are wrong and just say, you know what, let me hear you out. If we have these real conversations that are uncomfortable for a lot of people, it's something that can unify this country. And maybe we can come to some kind of agreement, solution, and understand that we're really not that different. We probably want the same things at the end of the day.